Cash. Hey.
What's up? Welcome back. We've had some trouble.
We've had
much trouble.
Just a little bit.
Trouble.
It's real complicated this episode.
So complicated.
Let's say that. Well, I'm Bailey.
Yeah.
I'm again.
I'm Chloe.
Kala.
We're back. Welcome. Hopefully this is like really good quality. We have microphones. We have a new setting.
We've bought all sorts of things for this.
You're getting billed.
You're gonna get billed.
You're getting billed.
Maybe we'll post it on YouTube, and then all of our followers will pay for all of our equipment.
Venmo in our bios.
It'll be so good.
Literally. Anyway, it's complicated today. We've got some tea.
We have tea.
Oh,
so much tea.
I don't understand how people can do.
No, seriously.
know,
Fun
right?
part is it's literally about random people we've never met, and we probably will never met. What?
Unless we become famous, and then we might.
True.
This podcast takes off, and we'll be the ones people are talking shit about.
So
Yeah, no, literally.
down below. And
Subscribe.
There's a big red button.
Every Monday. Every
Put
Monday.
like the bell sound.
Oh my god.
Little click.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Crazy.
Okay, well, let's dive into the lore, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard Liz have some
Liz is
crazy.
gonna kick it off this
Yeah,
episode.
let's hear it.
So this involves TikTok influencers Hallie Kate and Sophia LaCourte, and then Reed Williams.
Okay.
So Hallie Kate and Reed Williams dated for around 9 months before breaking up in November 2023. Shortly after their breakup, rumors began circulating that Reed was seen with Sophia LaCourte, another influencer who has recently attended an event with Hallie. This led to speculation and drama on TikTok as Hallie expressed her frustration in a series of now deleted TikToks accusing Sophia of breaking girl code by dating Reed soon after their breakup.
Why is there drama? Why?
Yeah,
why
what's
did
the whole
start?
deal about it?
So I saw one TikTok that so all the New York City influencers are kind of they all go to the same events. They meet each other a lot. Some are closer than others, but they all have are acquaintances / friends.
Or know each other to some
Or know
extent.
each other to some extent.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of them have done brand deals and stuff together.
Yeah.
Right. So Hallie was going through a pretty difficult time. She had went to a influencer event that night. I think it was the same week of her breakup, but she had to go to this event.
Okay.
Her and Sophia, they talked. They were together.
They had drinks,
took drinks
is what I
together.
heard. Yeah.
I think Hallie bought Sophia shots,
Or vice versa.
Vice
one or the
versa.
other.
They bought each other drinks, and then that night,
they
Sophia,
probably knew each
hanging
other.
out.
They knew each other enough to be hey, let me follow you on Instagram or something like
they
that.
were buying each other drinks.
Yeah.
For,
You know,
a
you
rando
know their
don't
name.
like.
you
Right.
know them. And then that night, the same night, they were talking, buying each other drinks. Sophia went through Hallie's followers and looked up her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend Reed and DM'd him and something kind of flirty.
That's so weird.
But at the same time, that is kind of speculation. Apparently, Hallie posted receipts, but there's no way. There was proof of Sophia DMing her ex-boyfriend, but there's no proof of why or how.
Right, that's
If that
true.
makes sense.
And
Because
then-
we don't know if she went through her followers and looked up her freaking ex-boyfriend just spite her.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's speculation. But then they went out on a date just one night, and then Hallie found out. I don't know if she found out before or after the date. I think it was after.
It was definitely after, because didn't this whole drama go down about a year ago or something?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Just
Why is it?
Well, it's
happening
not that it's
now?
resurfacing. It's that Sophia's bringing it up
Right,
now,
yeah.
defending her name rather than a year ago.
Right.
That's
so
so
a year
weird.
ago, Hallie made all the TikToks. She was upset. She was crying. She was clearly upset. She had just gone through a breakup. They were dating for almost a year. They were close. And then that whole thing happened. She posts TikToks, not even being oh, this girl, she's awful, hate her, but just
No,
upset.
she was. Well, Sophia had posted TikToks.
Sorry, you're definitely gonna hear that.
Oh gosh, Sophia had posted TikToks about going on a date with said man.
Yeah.
And how good it was and how good of a kisser he
She
was.
was referring. Excuse
so
me. I
weird.
don't know if this is the wrong term, but to the Brad Mondo, the gay guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she might have, but there was that stuff. So then Hallie made that series. You know, it was over though. The drama
Okay.
fizzled out about 5 months ago. Like, it was over.
Yeah.
Da-da. Sophia brought it back, who's the girl who...
The redhead.
Yeah, the redhead who went
The
out with
first video that I saw
ex-boyfriend.
though is she was kind of like, okay guys, I'm coming on here and I didn't think I would have to do this, but apparently I have to defend my name.
I
now."
saw that, but it sounded super condescending. That's what
It
my
did.
thing with her is that she's posting all these videos about the situation that happened a year ago. Hallie and Reed are now back together.
Yeah.
So she's making these videos about how
Really poor
he
timing,
was
for sure.
like he was one of the best kissers, one of the best night. She didn't say why they like didn't work out though.
So
That's
she
true.
must
And
just be
just talks it,
salty.
and I just, to me, her tone just sounds super condescending and basically like, haha, well, I still got to go on a date with him.
I have a theory that she's like solely doing it because she wants views and she wants to start. She's just stirring
And it
like
really
shut
helps
up
that
like
she's really pretty.
Yes.
She is really pretty.
Is she? I
Yes.
have
Oh
not,
my
I don't
goodness,
even know
let me-
what she
she's
looks
on
like.
So
Like, she's
pretty.
gorgeous. And I think she definitely is doing it for views. And I think PR wise, I think short term that this whole situation is great.
Yeah.
For
Long term,
sure.
I don't think the situation is great. Because long term, later businesses will work with you, or she wants to start her music career or like acting career, and they're going to be like, this is following her and how she's the one to keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if
Yeah.
something will follow you, but you haven't talked about it, you aren't bringing it up, it isn't a big deal.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
so
pretty.
But like,
pretty.
since she's
That's
the
not really
one
red,
who's
though.
bringing it
Can't
all
be.
up, it makes it worse.
Sorry.
I actually think it is like her. Well, she definitely
it?
gets like a gloss
Okay.
over it. She probably enhances the color, but
Yeah.
like her eyebrows are
I know they
also
match.
red.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay,
But-
she's gorgeous. I'm just being a hater.
She
then.
is, but that's the thing
so being
is
a hater
what
then.
you were saying about the
Just
PR thing.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a video of a publicist saying like she's doing the damn thing. Like she
Yeah.
genuinely is like, this is brilliant because she's coming on the internet and literally placing herself as a victim. And she made this one video after Hallie clapped back of her like crying, and then she stopped and was like, okay, be for real. Did you really think that I was going to come on the internet and make a video about me crying? Showing that she can act. And then after the drama like starts to fizzle out, because Hallie has literally nothing left to say at this point.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is like,
how do you?
But she's like, he's my boyfriend. You started this. Blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't. And Sophia's like, I don't care. I'll be the villain. Like, he's not.
Yeah.
He wasn't your boyfriend at the time. I hardly knew you.
She's gone.
Blah, blah, blah. No,
yeah,
genuinely.
like,
Yeah.
And then there was a bunch of videos about Hallie came on a podcast because people invited her on because they wanted to hear her side of the story. And they were like, I'm not going to name drop. And then Sophia like showed it on her camera and then like dropped her phone and was like, you're not going to name drop, but here's this and here's this and here's this. So she's kind of like low-key a queen at the same time. Like poor timing on her part, but it's a brilliant PR stunt.
Oh, yeah.
I
Because
just
she
think, like,
is
short
like
term it works. I just don't think long term it's gonna be like the
No.
best.
She's
she
smearing
will
her name in
she
the
will
water,
be
but
forgotten
she's
about.
making money now.
But to like directors,
No, for
she
real.
is showing she can act, she is showing she can sing, and she's showing that she's okay with being the villain, and it helps that she's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
Like, I think that that's genius on her part, and we honestly don't know what the truth is because I come on the internet all the time and I'm like, this is my life. Girl, I
right.
edited that. Like, that was taken a year ago.
Literally, like, oh my gosh.
No, nothing.
That's so true.
That's literally the gist of the story.
Yeah,
It's
that's
two
totally
girls
it.
just like bickering over another girl's boyfriend
And now,
during a
like,
time
yeah.
that they weren't dating.
That's
so like
weird.
It's
just
weird.
Such a weird situation in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, what was the
It is.
point?
And I think it's a
of any
situation
of
that
it?
literally no
the
normal
point
person
was
can be in.
Sophia was like defending her name because Hallie was like saying that they were best friends forever ago. But she stayed quiet until now, and I guess she was like, I can't take it anymore, so I'm gonna come forward and say my side of the story.
Maybe there's like
I-
personal stuff going on, and like she feels
Probably.
attacked or something.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
I honestly think it was literally just because she stopped getting views.
that
Yeah,
it was literally
probably.
PR
Because
stunt.
It literally, as
She's
soon
done
as
the
she
Bravo
stopped, like
stuff.
she stopped, like coming on like people's For You page, like, cause I looked at some of the videos and like she hasn't had like tons of views in a while, and now her views have skyrocketed. So I just think it's because she was like becoming irrelevant again.
1,000%.
But then, like,
Sorry
my
about
thing
this.
though is like, what is she gonna do next? Because like, there's not like you can't milk. You can only milk it for so long.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Honestly,
100%.
it's already kind of like
It's already getting
dying.
annoying and
Yeah.
dying. So
just
people
kinda
are
sick
like,
of it.
yeah.
I will say though, I don't know if y'all saw the video of like her saying, "Oh, sorry, didn't know." Like, She had a collar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
She
that
ate
was
with that
her?
so
She
hard.
did.
My comments was like, ew, that's so gross. I'm like,
No,
She's
ate with that
annoying.
so
she
hard.
did the thing.
I just think she's annoying when I saw that, and I was like,
It was an
Why?
annoying like tone, but I was like, that's crazy.
I've heard that. I did not know that they.
yeah, she was like,
She's
sorry.
A lot of
I
people-
like
They're
color.
connected.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
She said that Hallie needs to wear a muzzle because she like is claiming that she's not name dropping, but she is, and it's like, oh well, maybe you also need a muzzle. And people are in the comments like, girl like does not hold back whatsoever. But whenever she dropped the first comment about like, I didn't know he was wearing color, like arrest me, people were like, okay, Disney Channel clapbacks.
No,
I was like,
I was like,
so
I
true,
actually
though.
thought
but I kind of liked it. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so crazy. Like, girls can just be so vile.
So
For
brutal.
no
How do you-
reason.
I would never do that to someone.
No.
It's like,
Yeah.
if you dated them, they're off limits.
Right,
Agreed.
100%.
Okay, so I get the whole like girl thing, and like girl code is real, and if you break it, like you're dead to me. But at the same time, as far as we know, they just got drinks together because they were at an event, and like
Right.
I know, and
they probably didn't know each other that
My
much.
thing is like I didn't really like have a side like during the first time. I was like, who cares? It's over.
Yeah.
She deleted it. I thought the whole thing, and now I'm like more on Haley just because of like having to bring it up. I'm like, why are we like rehashing dead things?
totally agree with that.
So like that's where my thing is, and I'm like,
I get
during
that.
like in the beginning, yeah, they both were wrong. Like,
But she
it's
also,
over. It's moved on.
It also may not be like her decision. She might, with the following that she has, she might have someone managing her socials. And
Yeah.
I doubt she has someone managing her, like, or like she has like a manager,
I don't know,
but like
because if you remember when this whole drama went down, she like jumped right into she distracted everyone with the whole Brad Mondo thing.
no, I think she's like a publicist or like a manager.
Kind of jealous. He's
Yeah.
like attractive, not even.
No,
gonna
literally,
lie. And
like,
I was like,
I
what the heck?
wish he was straight.
Yeah.
She's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm
Yeah, let's
sorry.
zoom into my face right there, guys.
Oh my gosh. But that's literally the gist of it. Is like everyone on the internet is picking sides essentially, but like Sophia's doing the thing and I respect her for that, but she also crossed lines.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the
It's as simple as
story.
that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, moving along.
Yeah, especially about talking about crossing lines.
No, literally.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
This one is spicy.
Oof.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. So, in recent years, there's been a lot of resurfacing of tweets, and it's gotten a lot of people canceled.
Epidemic, actually.
And I'll be
No,
so
genuinely.
honest, I
Literally.
did not have Twitter at a young age, but there have been many points in my life where I've said things or done things I probably shouldn't have.
Especially on the internet.
Yeah, on the
I know,
internet
exactly.
too.
That's what it's like digital footprint. You gotta be
People
so
forget about it so
no.
much.
Oh my goodness. But I don't know if any of y'all have heard of Alex Earl. She's very popular on TikTok and Instagram. I believe she went to the University of Florida, Miami.
Miami, yeah.
But I guess
Makes sense.
in 2014, some tweets were surfaced on Reddit and on her social media platforms, and they were racist tweets. I don't specifically know what they were, and I do not care to get into it. But I guess this is just about how do you handle being canceled, especially with someone with such a large following, because she has
Yeah.
millions
she-
upon
Yeah,
millions.
millions.
She's known, like, her brand is literally being so unfiltered
Yeah, I
and
know.
just so real.
Like
Like
her
she,
podcast,
yeah,
Hot
just
Mess.
Real.
she came on the internet, and she started like getting her fame from Get Ready With Me's and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and she's always had like, cause her dad's like a big.
Yeah,
yeah.
She comes from a very wealthy family.
Yeah.
Her dad, like
Very
her mom, her parents had like a huge divorce,
Oh, it was very public.
but
too.
now they're all like a big, kind of like a big family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
on
okay.
that, the divorce thing was so weird. Did y'all hear about that? Like,
No.
wasn't she like a nanny or something?
No, she was like I thought she was
She's
like a.
She was.
she's a sex worker.
She was a sex worker.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
what?
and he divorced his ex.
So Alex is Earl's stepmom. It was a sex worker who was like with her dad, and she's the reason that Alex's parents got divorced.
Yeah.
And like it was a big,
So bad for
it was
her.
like a big headline thing.
Alex wasn't like a fan of her stepmom.
Yeah.
Now they're like best friends.
They're she said she like I watched that podcast. She said she learned like they started getting along after she had her siblings.
Yeah.
Because she's really close to her siblings and she didn't think that would change. And now like even Alex's mom goes on vacations and goes to dinners with the mistress basically and her ex.
Interesting. Yeah, I could.
But like I mean, if it's for your kids, good for them. Like they worked it out.
Yeah,
they figured it
exactly.
out.
But I still think
that's a
it's-
very weird
But, like,
situation.
going
Basically.
back to the situation
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Well, that whole family has been under a lot of controversy, so
Well, they
they've dealt
have.
with it.
Like I
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
that, and I think like at one point everyone makes mistakes. Was it wrong? Absolutely. You shouldn't say anything negative towards any culture.
Absolutely
Or race.
not.
But there needs to be grace given because when we reflect back on ourselves, even though we might have not been racist in the past or anything else in the past, like we've also sinned.
Yeah.
So there is,
Yeah.
like there needs to be like, okay, well I've also made mistakes.
Do you
but
know how
She
old
was-
she was
she
when
might
she
have-
tweeted them?
I think 13.
Okay,
So she
because
was
like
Okay,
yeah.
so she like
As a
literally was
13-year-old?
barely a teenager.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, no.
I was
Like,
like
some-
making some
yeah.
mistakes.
I said some vile
was making a lot of
things, and I was
Well, because
I
like
was so dumb.
sometimes influencers like their tweets from like when they were 20 or when
I
they were
know,
like
and I'm like, you
16,
need to know better
17.
than
I'm like,
that.
you
Right,
know
it's like,
better at
you
that
know
point. But
by
13,
then.
Absolutely.
It's
I do,
also
like,
like
13, like you're a child still.
yeah.
you are a
And
child.
again, it's wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like you didn't know. Well, you should have, but you didn't.
But if
know
you
any
didn't,
better.
yeah.
It's
Right.
like, especially I think she's from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you come from different cultures and different like
When you're
states,
surrounded by people that influence your decision. Well, they say that like the 5 people you hang around most are the 5
Yeah.
people that you become
Especially
like.
as a
Meet, like, 5
13-year-old.
billionaires.
Yeah, literally.
And I'm like, I think how like to handle it, like you really just need to like make a video, just talk, like just be
Literally
honest.
be
Like I hate the
honest.
ones where they're like
Fake crying.
or like I've looked
Yeah.
into myself. I'm like, you've already changed or you haven't.
Right,
problem
it's been
is,
days,
the ways,
like, you can't have changed.
Sometimes
that
they're
much.
like, oh, I'm working on changing. I'm like, well, if those tweets were from that long ago, have you not changed? Like, is that not who you've
Yeah,
reflected
Right,
more?
yeah.
So I think the
Yeah.
ones where they just come on and be like, hey, look, I did this. It was wrong. I should have known better. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not. This doesn't reflect who I am today. I apologize to the people who I offended and to people who I didn't offend because you followed me and you looked up to
Yeah.
me.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
Let's move on.
At the same time, there's like no right or wrong way to do it because there's a wrong
You're
way.
gonna.
There's
there
no
are.
right
There's
way.
wrong
There's
ways.
probably
nothing
Oh
wrong.
my god.
There are wrong ways.
What was that one girl that did
Did
a
a
dance
ukulele?
video? She did like a body dance video.
Colleen.
What is-
Colleen, yeah.
No,
Oh, Sienna May.
no, that
Sienna May.
Sienna May is the one who did the
Oh, the one
dance.
who sexually assaulted
Her,
them?
like,
Sexually
best
assaulted
friend.
her best
Yeah.
friend, who was a guy, and nobody
It
took
was
him
her
seriously.
boyfriend.
There's really a video.
I was
Oh.
like,
And now people, she's back online like
I know
nothing
she's
happened.
selling swimsuits.
It's
Sienna
insane.
Swim.
No, she
How did
literally
we get on this topic?
She
I'm
made-
so confused.
She made a contemporary dance video, and she was like, "I love my body and I love myself, even if you guys don't like me." And she did like the worst dance I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a dancer or anything, but like
That
I
was
saw
her
it and I was
birthday
like, "That's
cake,
so bad."
I didn't know
No,
this
I
was
agree.
Come on.
I think
There's
especially-
more.
I've never been canceled per se because I'm not on. Oh, I am online, but like not. I'm
Not
a
like that.
influencer.
Right.
Yeah,
and
You're
right.
not
any
in
means.
everyone's eyes,
But
essentially.
it's like you just, even if you don't think personally you did anything wrong, if you're gonna stay an influencer, you
Yeah.
have to apologize.
You have to acknowledge
have
that
to
you
make a
did
video.
offend people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
That
it's-
people
I feel
were
like-
hurt.
Right.
People
you
look
hurt
up
somebody,
to you.
and you have a responsibility
Yeah.
as an
Right.
influencer.
And I think no matter what,
Yeah.
even if you go about it the right way, that people are still gonna be upset.
Sorry,
not
don't care,
everyone's
not
gonna
good enough.
forgive
No,
you.
Like,
or
some
they're
people
this was so scripted.
Like some people are gonna be waiting. Like some people have always hated Alex, or like anyone who has gone through these canceled, and were like
Yeah.
waiting for their chance to be like, see,
The
this
thing
is why I don't like you.
Yeah.
haters and fans are going to give you views and money no matter what. So
Exactly.
you can have more haters than you have fans, and you're still getting money because they're constantly engaging with your content just so that they can hate on it.
Like, yeah,
and,
exactly. So, like-
that, you literally have to be like, look, I was a stupid little teenage girl. Here's more proof so that you can see that for yourself.
Yeah.
But like that was 10
Like,
years
this doesn't,
ago.
like, y'all, like,
Yeah.
this
10
doesn't
years
reflect who I
ago,
am.
it was a completely different time. I didn't even think that my digital footprint mattered. Then I didn't even know what
Right.
that
I
meant.
and who would have
and
known
like
that social media would have been like this?
not just that,
You
like
know, it was
then
so
people are
different.
gonna come at you and be like, well, you shouldn't have said it in the first place, even if you didn't know anyone was watching. It's like I do bad things when no one is watching. All the time.
Right.
All the time.
Literally.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it wrong. But we live in a world now where we are actively all on social media. We're all being seen all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All the
And like
time.
you can legally record people without their consent.
Yeah, I know.
You have no
that
idea
insane?
how many things I'm probably in that I don't even know about.
Yeah, that
I
freaks
hope
me
no.
out to think about. I never want to see it. I don't
Literally.
even care.
Don't do this.
Not
to
just
me.
that, like you can record a video in your private time, space, and then someone can hack your freaking phone or steal it and
Yeah.
then send it to the freaking world.
There's no security anymore.
Yeah, you can literally do whatever you want.
It's not right what she did, but to avoid, or not to avoid, but to deal with being canceled, I would just say
Yeah.
you definitely need to come forward.
Just be honest.
There's obviously like a grace period where you need to think
Yeah.
about how to approach this,
Yeah.
because you don't want to just like let your feelings take over you and come right after you get canceled and be like, guys, and like start defending yourself because that makes you look
Yeah.
a fool.
Yeah.
And I think you shouldn't wait like a
I
month.
think it stays on
Okay.
every time. It just,
Like you shouldn't wait just a month to talk
No.
about
I think that's her. That was her.
it. That was her problem. That like, and she kept like posting content,
Yeah.
her regular, and not talking about anything. And I think that's why people got upset. She finally did come and address it. I think
it was an
She was
Instagram
like,
post.
like an Instagram
guys, I don't
post.
know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. So I'm
Yeah.
going to say what I need to say. Anyway, here's what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
And so people are like, oh, you literally just like dismiss that. It's like, no, like there's no right way to do it.
Like, I think
There's
she
not a
could've- I
single
think she
right way to
could've-
do
I'm
it.
asking for more and more and more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
different
she
things.
could have like maybe not like posted all the regular content. She probably could have like
she should've
maybe
taken a
if-
break.
taken a
Let it-
break,
if
like
she
take
would've
like a
let it
week break to talk about like
yeah.
figure what she was gonna say, come back, make her little video, and then she can post whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think should have happened. She went about it a little backwards, but she didn't just do an awful like. Her apology wasn't just like being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
suck, y'all are da-da-da, like I
Right.
never did this,"
But
or
you also don't
"Why
wanna,
do you
don't
care?"
want to overdo it. Like,
So,
what
like,
if she
yeah.
like came on the internet and then gave us all history on Black history and was like,
Right. Yeah. See, that would have been the bad way.
yeah, and no, genuinely, because I remember like in high school, I got this boy in trouble because, well, I didn't get him in trouble. He did it.
He did it.
He did it. But anyway, I was friends with these guys and we always went to football games together. I'm going to make this short and sweet. But he had a Nazi symbol painted on his chest.
Oh.
And I took a picture of all of us, didn't even know it was on his chest. No, literally.
Oh.
Posted it on my story, and he got suspended, and his parents took him to the Nazi museum and gave them a history lesson.
It can be it's
For sure.
especially on school
Right, but
property.
that's the right,
Right.
way to handle it.
Agreed.
It is, and that was a horrific event.
Agreed.
If
Yeah.
you hate Jews or if you
Agreed.
don't, that was a horrific.
Horrific.
event.
1000%.
There are books
But
on
that's like a right way to handle that because his digital footprint was completely compromised.
I
yeah.
know,
Yep.
and
And-
that can get you kicked out of college.
1,000.
you
He
won't
should
get
have
a
been
job.
expelled.
Yeah,
Like he should have been
absolutely.
expelled.
Yeah.
But his parents were like, no, like we're gonna make this right. We're gonna educate him,
it. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he can come back to school and
Well,
be
yeah.
a good person. But when he came back, instead of taking what he learned and shedding new light to the mistakes that he made.
Yeah.
He came back and was like, every time that he ran into me in the hallway, he would say, "Thanks, Bailey, for ruining my life." I am not being held responsible for the mistakes that you made.
No.
Yeah, no, absolutely
You agreed
not.
to be in the picture. I had no idea what was painted on your chest. I literally said, "Guys, I'm going to take a picture. Come get in it." Didn't
And he
even
got
see it.
it.
He
Yeah.
got in it, took the
Exactly.
picture, posted it on my story, which was my fault. Didn't look at the picture, and when we all walked into the game, I opened my phone at halftime. My phone is getting blown
Yeah.
up because
Well,
we were
again,
it was during really sensitive time, and
that's
obviously
not
that's a
your
sensitive
fault.
subject.
Yeah.
But still, like, that happened to me because I didn't
Yeah.
know, like, the whole salute thing.
Yeah.
And some guy was like, hey, do this. And I was being stupid. And then he got a picture of me doing it and posted it everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't support
That's
the
why-
mass genocide.
that's why,
of
like,
Syrian
right.
Jews. Like, are
Yeah.
you joking? Those are God's people. Like,
Exactly. Getting canceled is such a crazy thing that like
It is
we're
so
experiencing
insane. Oh my
nowadays
gosh.
because
Yeah, like,
we
and I
are
think
not
some people
human.
deserve it.
Agreed,
yeah,
but like you
100%.
also never know the context. Like,
Yeah.
what if
No.
Alex had posted said racist Reddit post because I don't even know.
She was trying to, yeah, I don't know.
There's no justifying some things, obviously.
Yeah,
but
but I think this world just doesn't give grace anymore.
No.
And
No,
it's
not
like,
even a little bit.
Oh, well, then you must be racist and hate all black people. And it's like, I was stupid. I was so stupid, but
Yeah.
that's not who I am. And it's like, there's
Yeah.
no grace given whatsoever, especially within our generation. It's like,
None.
Not at all.
No.
You make one mistake that could be extremely harmless to anybody and
it's
forget
over.
about it.
Yeah, it's
And then
over.
it comes back to life one day and haunts you, I feel
it's
like.
awful.
And I'm like, this world was created by the grace of God. And it's like,
If we can't show grace, then what are we even doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, if we took if we took everything that anybody said before the age of 13 and like blasted it on social media and like
None of us
canceled
would.
them,
None
nobody
of us
would
would be
exist.
allowed to go in public.
America
okay?
would not be a thing.
No,
Like, we would have nothing.
We would fall. We're supposed to be united.
We are
and,
supposed
like,
to be united, and we are, I think, like the least united that
1,000%.
I personally have ever experienced.
It's because we
We're
can
so split.
consume so much media in a split second.
Oh,
I
it's
know.
so
I
bad.
And it's at our
It's so bad for
fingertips. So bad. And I don't know
And so
why there
addicting.
aren't, like, instead of trying to fix problems like making a worldwide screen time or like
Yeah, no,
banning,
there needs to
like,
be
banning
something.
certain things, we're focused on, oh my gosh, you said this when you were 13 years old, so you don't get to post
Right.
content anymore and I'm not going to view it.
I just
What?
I think it
Stupid 'cause it's
depends
so-
on like the level of what you did.
1,000%.
Like something like that.
if you murdered someone,
Or like I'm
great.
13, that's very different than I was like if I right now like I'm 21, if I like became famous and a video for some reason surfaced when I was 17 doing something.
yeah, like saying the N word or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I like
No,
I
think
know
you
my
should be held
beliefs.
accountable for
You-
that.
I know my
1,000%.
beliefs at that point. I know what I like. You know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
some like just like other stuff. Like I just think they're different levels.
No, I feel,
Yeah.
influencers are called influencers because they influence people.
Exactly.
Right.
And like
And
some take
nowadays-
advantage of it.
But
I
nowadays
know.
it's you influence young people.
Oh, it's so bad.
And so
And
like
they
you
take it,
have
and
to
like
be
some people take advantage because
so
like
careful.
we do not know these people. I like we like to pretend we do, but we don't. We have no idea who
No,
these
they're
people
on
are.
screen. Yeah.
Speaking of
Like even the most
influencing-
realist ones. Sorry,
No,
even
you're
the most
good.
realist ones that were like, oh, they tell the truth all the time. We don't actually know them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
wanted
Is
to
like
make it easier
we
for me to
consume
grab
these.
I'm sorry.
We consume so much content from these people that we don't know anything about, and we're consuming it because it's at our fingertips and because we think that they're giving us good tips.
Like, I completely agree. Like, it's so important. We, like, influencers influence children.
No,
Yeah.
1,000%,
Yeah.
and it's really important what you put out there.
Absolutely.
Okay, wait, no, I need a break because like we need more of these things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're all out of the like.
Speaking of,
They're
these
literally
are
so good.
So stinking good.
little rice cakes. We have birthday cake and we have s'mores bites. They are 90 calories per serving. 1
So
gram of protein, and a serving is 21 pieces. Look at these. Look at these.
They're
bad
amazing.
boys.
They've been sitting there the entire
Delicious.
We've gone
cleared
through
them out.
so many. This bag is almost empty, but there's so much in the bag.
Birthday cake is
Very
my
worth
personal
it.
preference. It's like
yeah,
the other
for
one, the
sure.
s'mores is really good, but the birthday cake,
I haven't even tried these little guys.
oh,
I can't open it.
Are they
Can you pull the other side?
Us with our nails.
Wait, are they gluten free because they're rice cakes?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Teamwork. Teamwork. Yay.
So they're not disabled user friendly though.
No, they're not. They are, and they're also made with chia, quinoa, and flax, and they're GMO, and gluten free, and vegan, and allergen free,
It feels like
and
I'm just, like eating air.
pareve, whatever
Whatever
that
that
means.
is.
Parve? No, that's a disease.
Pareve. These have diseases. Just kidding.
Anyway, this video
Oh.
is
They're
sponsored by
so- I'll buy you a
Delicious.
bag. They're amazing. If you want to go get some, they do sell them at Publix.
Yes.
or on
TJ Maxx.
Amazon is more expensive.
Probably.
Publix,
I've
I
gotten
believe
them
that they
from
are
there.
$5.99. So go get them if you want them.
Yeah. Okay, back to business. Sorry for
Okay.
interrupting.
Speaking of diet culture,
Oh my
Chloe has
God.
a really good story on an influencer who is currently getting canceled for diet culture. Dive into this.
Let me get started. So her name is Liv Schmidt. She has a TikTok account. I don't know how many followers she has, but pretty much she's like a beauty influencer, a body influencer, if you will. She just promotes like a skinny mindset.
She's
like
this big.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
tiny,
so
tiny.
big.
Like her, like quads are the size of my ankles. It's bad.
like unhealthy type.
Like, and I'm not trying to dog on her. Like, you know
it's
what?
like an unhealthy.
It's very healthy, but she claims that it is healthy.
Wait, guys.
she'll,
She's banned.
I was about to say, I checked this morning and her account is gone. gone off of TikTok. She still has an
She
Instagram,
had
but she
700,000 followers.
fully banned. She got fully banned. So she would post, thank you. She'd post like what I eat in a day videos. She would post like body
What
checks.
I eat in a day.
Right. And then she'd
A
be
raisin.
like, this is what I eat. This is what I eat. And it looks like a normal amount of food, but she's like, but I only had a bite of this. And I shared this. And
Like, you're crazy.
She's
Because
like-
I eat like a hog.
Right.
also,
Hold up.
I'm not fat.
yeah. But no, like she's getting canceled because of it, and because there's a lot of like young people obviously on TikTok who are watching her, and they're like, okay, I want to take care of myself, I want to be healthy. And if you look up health, that's what shows up. Also, like if you look up anything on TikTok, it shows you the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you guys
Don't
ever
trust
just looked
TikTok
up like
for your
Spider-Man on there?
No.
It's just like girls with their boobs out. Literally.
What?
Wait, I'll
That
show you.
Sophia girl. Who's that? What's her name?
I'm gonna show you guys
she, like,
right
went
now.
viral for wearing a Spider-Man suit.
Oh.
But it's not even Spider-Man. Like sometimes they're not even like related. Like it's all just stuff
Yeah, that's
like
like
this.
Sophia, whatever her name
Like
is.
you scroll through. and
back
it's
to what I
these girls.
said though.
Sorry.
Like, no, you're fine. Like this goes back to what I said about what was I saying?
About how much media we can consume.
Yes, how much media we consume. Like, are you kidding me? How many 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-olds
are
are
watching
on
that.
this
Spider-Man, they
app?
go
I
up some
know.
Spider-Man, and it's like some OnlyFans girls in
Oh
a Spider-Man
my
suit shaking her
gosh.
butt for the camera with her twin sister.
I'm not
Allegedly.
gonna lie. Right, exactly.
Which is weird as
Like
is.
4 years ago, whenever, or not 4 years ago, it's like 2 years ago when TikTok was gonna get like deleted.
Band, yeah.
I know, and I
Because
wish
in
it
the
did.
U- I
it
wish
goes
it did
to that, like,
too.
every
wish
year,
it
though.
did.
At
It
the
would've been
time,
so
I
good
was
for us.
pissed because I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, how am I gonna become famous now?"
Literally.
And like, I'm not gonna lie, I have deleted. Me and TikTok have a very toxic relationship. I have deleted,
Oh, me too.
re-downloaded, deleted, re-downloaded because I can go without TikTok.
Yeah.
I 1000% can, but then I'll like be looking up a workout and I'm like, I should go on TikTok for it.
Yes, because it is helpful.
It has so many good answers.
They have so many answers,
But
just in
speaking
general.
on the going on TikTok to look for things, that's exactly like, you know, I'm sure that all of us has had a problem with food in the past.
Yes.
And it's like,
100%.
that's exactly where I go whenever I'm like, maybe I'll try a new diet.
I want to
Yeah,
look
no,
like
me
her.
too.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's like that is targeting young girls who feel like their body isn't worth
Oh,
anything.
100%.
And
Yeah.
it's not good
Struggle
enough, and
with
it doesn't
that more
look
than
like an
anything.
No, I
OnlyFans
found her
model.
looking
Right.
up like low calorie recipes and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I
didn't
know,
even, like, know about
exactly.
all the controversy
Yeah.
until like I looked up myself like something about I don't know. It was
And-
something about like portion control because what she
Yeah.
promotes on there.
Well, I
Calorie,
think
calorie
Yes,
counting.
she says that she's healthy because she's not restrictive. But she is
But she
restrictive.
is.
Yeah.
But what she says, she claims that she's doing portion control instead of restricting. So she has a craving, she'll go get it, but she'll only have like 1 or 2 bites and then throw it away.
which
so she
is
can't have
textbook
any more.
definition
Food.
for eating disorder.
Exactly.
And it's
So
one
clearly
thing,
she has one. You
Yeah.
can tell. You
It's-
can look at her.
but it's like one thing to come on the internet and say like, "Hey, I've struggled with an eating disorder," because
Yeah.
a lot of us can say that
We have an eating
have.
disorder.
Ouch.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes, it's one thing to
Everyone.
say, "Hey, I've struggled with an eating disorder. This is progress of me in recovery."
Yeah, exactly.
Or this is how I'm trying to fix it. You can absolutely do that. In fact, it's encouraged, but you can't come on the
Yeah.
internet and blatantly show everyone you have an
See,
eating
the
disorder.
first video
And
I saw of
promote it?
Liv, the first one I saw of Liv was, I think, was the first one that people like gained traction. Was like, oh, that's not good. It was like she was talking about like when she goes out with her friends, that her and her friends will like buy the same meal and only have like a bite, and then but like so.
Oh, it's going.
I think it's
Yeah.
good.
I think it's
But like they'll only have a bite and then they'll like drink and then that's it.
I'm like, you know, drinking has calories too.
Yeah,
It's like,
it
it's
does.
not just water.
And I'm like, the less you are eating and then you drink, you get really drunk and then you get
Yes.
hungover and then you throw up.
No,
The thing
trust
is,
me. Have I used that tactic
Oh
before?
my
Absolutely. But is it
gosh.
good? No.
No.
No, and like with her too.
Drunkorexia is
Yeah,
what I call
no. You know, I lost my train of thought.
No,
I was
it's
gonna
okay.
say something.
It's just like,
Well, you know what I noticed? Like a lot of her posts. I don't know if y'all have ever been on like eating disorder Tumblr.
Yes.
before,
Oh
but,
my
like,
gosh,
yeah.
real. I'm like, why can't I look like
And
that?
she like the sounds that she uses, like the terms that she uses. It's like, here's what you want to do if you want to be Victoria's Secret model skinny,
Right.
which is like which is a thin spell on
Yeah.
Tumblr. Or there's like a sound that she uses where it's like nothing tastes as good as skinny feels, and that's textbook like
Yeah.
anorexia communities.
That's
you know what I mean?
crazy.
And like these are her sounds, but she says that she's promoting a healthy lifestyle and like a normal lifestyle. Like this is what everybody should be doing if they care about like being like not big. And she's like, I'm not fat phobic. I'm only fat phobic towards myself. Kind of thing. Which I understand.
I
too.
get that.
I
too.
feel
But
the
that
same
again,
way.
like, but that goes back to like that is a unhealthy mindset that a lot of people have.
You can't promote it. It's one thing to have that mindset and be aware that
Yeah.
you have that mindset, but you can't promote it.
You
Especially
can't
I
with
saw
that
and
large
say
of a
that it's
following.
not what it is.
1000%.
I
she
saw
was
this.
like-
yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry.
No. I saw this one video and it was of this girl. Like I forgot what. Like it was a creator. She was talking about like the live stuff.
Yeah.
And she was like, some people are just so miserable that they want everyone else miserable around them. And that I think like that is literally who she is. She's miserable. I hope she gets help because she clearly is not being healthy.
That's exactly what it is. She's so miserable.
for me.
Yeah, and I'm like, I hope she gets the help she needs, but I am glad she's banned from TikTok because
She can take that time to give that out.
take that time, think about it,
So the
because like a
people
lot
aren't
of those
consuming
girls,
that
like
anymore.
young girls, are consuming it. Are like, why don't I look like this? I just shouldn't eat anymore.
I know, which
Right.
is so sad because, like, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, her body's ugly. I personally, like, I would love to be that then. Like,
Yeah, no,
it
me
would be
too.
so nice because I would be so much more confident.
There's
Waking up every
different
day, I
ways
could wear
and
whatever I
healthy
want.
ways to get
Right.
there.
But yeah, it's like you can't promote that to a mass audience, and most of them are under 12, and are
Right, and they
getting
don't
into the
know any
age of,
better.
like,
Their
yeah.
bodies are
Yeah,
changing
and,
like
like,
crazy.
I'm like,
they
it's
don't have
okay
any
if you still
control.
have baby weight.
Right.
It's okay.
Oh
Like,
my
if
gosh.
that's
Like
not
I
an
remember
issue.
being like, it happens every single new social media app. That's the thing. Like if
Yes.
they delete TikTok, another one's just gonna appear.
Well, it was
Yeah.
Musically, and then it's
No, like
TikTok, and
another
then now.
thing's
It was
gonna
Vine
appear.
first.
Yeah.
True. And like all those girls, like if a young girl wants to see like that diet culture,
She'll have
you
access
can
to
find
it.
it. I remember
Absolutely.
going and looking online like how to get skinnier, how to do this.
and
How
there's
to lose
wiki
weight
and it
out
would
for
be
it. Yeah.
it would be the most like awful things, but I'd be like, oh, I need to do that.
Yeah.
No, it's
exactly.
awful.
Or the
I've-
quarantine like 2020.
Yeah.
1000%.
my
I
gosh,
did
yeah.
that.
Oh my gosh.
And to bring it back to like young girls trying to figure out how to like get skinny, my sister was asking me about what's it called, ashwagandha. She was asking if she should take ashwagandha because she thinks that she has cortisol face and she's storing fat in her face because she's stressed.
Ashwagandha doesn't.
And I'm
It's
like,
just you're young, honey.
no, literally,
No,
you
baby
are
face.
15.
It does make you less stressed, but it won't get rid of fat.
And, like,
and
people
like cortisol
don't-
face, I'm sorry, does not exist.
No.
Cortisol face is not real.
no.
And like girls don't like guys, like it's different with guys and girls. Guys like they pretty much finish like growing and like their face shapes change by
they
like,
say after you graduate.
after
like, high
graduate.
school.
Yeah, like 20.
Yeah.
But
Because
like
mine-
girls, it
mid-20s,
like it
yeah.
takes a while. I didn't like my like whole body shape changed.
Oh my gosh.
My,
I
like,
went through
from
second
literally,
puberty.
yeah.
I know.
This
My-
year,
yeah,
I
no,
went through second
I went through
puberty.
second puberty, now I have like,
That-
10 new like diseases.
Literally.
That was me last
whatever.
year.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
The
Well, I think.
thing. Go ahead.
No, you go. You're
No,
fine.
mine's like kind of irrelevant.
No, well, I think what women have to understand is like our bodies are created to give life.
Yeah.
And so therefore we go through many more changes. And even though it's so difficult to see your body change from puberty, like when you first began puberty to, now when we're in our 20s, it's like we're supposed to give life. We're supposed to create new life in our stomach and like give birth. So of course we're not going to look the same.
All the
we're
time.
not going to, not gain weight. We're not going to, and that's okay. You know what
Yes.
sucks.
Right.
That's okay.
We have
And
a
like I
cycle
think some
that
people like
changes.
put so much like emphasis on like your actual weight number. But you
Yeah.
can be like I've stayed the same weight number, but my body has changed.
Yeah,
significantly,
exactly.
yeah.
Like different things have happened. Like my body, like same number, everything else has changed.
Yeah.
It just
Weighs
happens.
more than fat. Like it,
One
like,
thousand
It's not like
percent.
different like
Weight
parts.
and-
Like
What I was gonna add was people will do literally anything nowadays except for actually healthy things to get skinny and lose weight. And
100%.
if you tell children and younger girls and younger boys that there is an easier way to look the way that she looks specifically, like that thin Victoria's supermodel figure, and that's by limiting the amount of food that you're consuming, that is literally malnourishment.
It's- Yeah.
And it's not good to put that into the world and like
No, and make it seem normal.
yes,
That's what gets me.
The best thing that I've seen is like the 80-20 thing. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
80% of your diet is real whole foods that are good for you, and then 20% of your diet is whatever the.
Yeah, whatever you're
Yeah,
craving,
like,
whatever
whatever
you
you
want.
want.
I'd be like was it
It's like if you want
intuitive
cake,
eating intuitively?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can have like a piece of cake, but
Yeah.
you also should probably eat fruits and veggies.
I also
Yeah,
saw this thing that,
exactly.
like, your body speaks to you. It really does.
It
If you're
does.
craving chocolate, you're lacking iron. If you're craving something salty, then you're lacking salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're lacking veggies or like protein or something. And
Yeah.
you just have to listen to your body, and it's all mental. At the
Yeah,
end of the
nobody-
day.
Everything is meant.
People
It
200
is.
years ago were not tracking their calories throughout.
No, but also they were like eating probably
And
the cleanest
their
foods.
course-
Oh,
ever.
100%. But still, you
Women
know.
would wear like body wear underneath like their gowns.
Yeah,
their
like-
waist would be this big.
Yeah.
To keep up with beauty standards.
Right,
So-
exactly. So it's always been a thing, but we don't need to take it to this like crazy extreme that it is right now,
not at all.
where it's like there's like 20 different like trendy diets at once.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of like pick your poison. Like, do you want to like only eat red meat for the rest of your life, or are you gonna eat? Yes.
Oh my god.
That, or are you gonna eat 200 calories a day? You know what I mean? It's like
just,
insane.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's
Coming from
never.
a couch full of people who have had eating disorders, like,
Oh, yeah.
I know it's so fun to look in the mirror and be like, wow, I look really thin,
Yeah.
but it's not worth it in the end because you will, like, diseases will happen to
Not
you.
just
Yeah,
that,
it's-
like,
Yeah. Like, you know
mental.
what I'm saying.
It messes you up so much mentally, and
Oh yeah.
if you're not nourishing your body, like I tell everyone, movement is medicine. And
Yes.
what you put into your body will show back. If you have skin problems or you struggle with acne or anything like that, it's because you are eating the wrong thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's such a
everything-
hard thing to do, but you're spending more money on fast food and all that than you would be just going to the grocery store and making your own meal.
Yes, and it's easy to cook too, and it's fun, and
but
it's
like people are like, I'd rather just like stop by.
and I get it. Like if you're busy,
I am too.
I'm one of those people. I am like low key a binge eater half the time because I have struggled so much with
100%.
my relationship with food,
Yeah.
and food noise is so real.
It's so loud.
So
it's so
loud.
real.
Like we are always constantly thinking about what we're gonna put into our bodies next.
Oh yeah.
And it will probably forever be that way until you develop a healthy relationship with food and yourself.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like going off of that, obviously, like eat healthy, eat right. You know, if you're 200 pounds of pure muscle, don't look at the scale and don't look at that, but don't go to the
Yeah.
other extreme. Don't come from one extreme to another because either points are unhealthy.
Yes, there's always a good healthy medium.
Exactly.
Always.
Because I feel like it's going too far on the we need to be skinny and then too far on the body positive. Like,
Yes.
it's okay to be 400 pounds. It's not.
Right. It's unhealthy.
It's so unhealthy and it's going to absolutely ruin your life. Like,
Yeah, there's
it ruins
unhealthies
your
on
life.
both ends.
And same
Exactly.
with like overworking yourself. Like don't think that you have to work out or go to the gym or go for these marathon runs
Yeah.
6 times a freaking week. Like there is a healthy
Yeah.
balance and you need to find your balance. And it's different for literally everyone because nobody's body is the same as the
No.
next.
Nobody's.
No.
You cannot compare yourself to another person and be like, I want to look like that, because you never
Some people
will.
have fast metabolism,
You
some
never
people
will.
have
You're gonna look like
low.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
And some people have wider rib cages, and like you can't do things that other people are doing to try and look like them because it's just not gonna work. It's not your body, and you should be nice to yourself because you have to live with yourself your entire life. Nobody else does.
Yes.
So if you treat yourself well and you treat your body well, then it will treat you well back.
Yeah, your body does so many good things for you, so don't punish it for like not looking the way that you want it to look.
1000%.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Someone will love you.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
biggest thing.
And
That's
you
why
can be
a lot
that
of women.
someone.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
All that being said,
exactly.
it's easier said than done, and we can all.
Oh, 100%. I don't think eating
gonna say
disorders
this.
ever
We
truly.
have
No,
Oh,
I don't think they
God.
ever truly like go away. They
No,
always are
never.
things you have to work on.
There's gonna be flare-ups. Like it's always gonna be
But
there.
there's always a better option. And even if that means that you're 5 pounds over the weight that you want to be, but you look healthy and you are healthy and you have the energy every day because you're
Yeah.
eating right, keep it that way.
Yeah, you're doing a good
Perfectly
thing.
fine.
Yeah.
But on that note, like, it's never really that serious.
It is never really that
It can be
serious.
complicated, but never really that serious.
It's always complicated.
It's always complicated.
The story
Every
than
single
we
day.
will ever know, but it's never that serious.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning into
Thanks
this
for watching,
episode
guys.
of this podcast. But
See you next week.
see you next week.
Bye. Okay.
No, I think it's so important, like with our.
Before breaking up.
God bless.
Okay, keep rolling.
Reset.
I'll
My
cut
bad.
Or you can start over.
Yeah, okay.
I need to find it.
This situation involves TikTok influencers Hallie Kate and Sophia LaCourte. Hallie Kate dated
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Continue.
Anyway. Okay, slay.
I'm starting over again.
Okay.
I was like,
That is our intro.
on you before we speak to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit. Okay. Anyways. So Liz has some stuff she's gonna tell us.
So this first like drama involves TikTok influencers Hallie Kate and Sophia LaQuart and Reed Williams.
Oh my god.
So what happened with them? I would love to know, please.
Okay. Hallie Kate and Reed Williams